On the second night of a back-to-back, the Warriors come home from a bad defeat Thursday night against the Jazz. However, even with Klay Thompson returning, the Warriors weren't able to stop the very below-average offense of the New York Knicks, as Julius Randle led the way with 28, 16, and 7 as he dominated the smaller Warriors. Let me break down some game plan and his highlights. The Warriors' game plan was to let Randle ISO whenever he got the ball in the post. Here he has a mismatch on Curry at the left elbow and goes to work. Notice the rest of the Warriors stick to their man and shooters. Randle uses his body to create space and hits an 18-footer with ease. Here we have a spread pick and roll with Looney setting a screen for Steph to go left. The Knicks' game plan on Steph was to double on screens, but here he finds Looney with a nice bounce pass after Fournier rotates off the weak side shooter. Looney has a mismatch here, but Randle comes from behind to wipe the shot away. Good defense. This leads to a Fournier pull-up three, but Randle cleans the glass with an offensive rebound and putback. Defense turns to offense. Randle has the mismatch on Steph again and flashes to the middle. He gets the ball and immediately draws a triple team, with Looney helping down low. Somehow Taj Gibson is shooting 40% from downtown this season, and Randle hits him in the corner for the three. Wiggins never really bothered to close out. Randle likes to right block less, but he has a mismatch with GP2 on him. Bielitsa shows but isn't fully committing as Wiggins helps with Gibson down low as well, but Randle fires a long pass to the corner for a reddish spot up three using a strong left hand. Good offense. Another mismatch at the right elbow for the Knicks. The Warriors really just game planned for Randle to have his on isolation plays, but this is just too easy. Jab step and right down through the lane with a strong left hand for the layup. The Knicks and Thibodeau aren't known for their good offense, obviously, but this is my favorite play they ran last night. Kemba gives it to Robinson to Grimes, then Robinson sets a pin down for Kemba and runs to the corner. Randle switches spots with him and sets a high pick for Kemba to go right, and easily rolls towards the basket. Notice how Robinson momentarily brings Looney in outside of the paint, and Kemba gives a nice bounce pass for Randle to finish with a strong left. On a semi-fast break, Kemba sets a go screen and Steph momentarily shows. Steve Kerr wanted a smaller but quicker Kuminga on Randle for most of the night, but here Randle is at his favorite left block. Drives towards the middle with his right hand and steps back for a mid-range. Again, no help from the Warriors. Almost identical to the previous play, with all Knicks letting Randle ISO and go to work on Klay this time. Wiggins jumps at Randle multiple times but never leaves the shooter to fully commit, and Randle uses this to spin the other way towards a strong left hand, where there is no help and he scores another layup. If it works, don't fix it, right? Reddish comes and delivers another ball to Randle in the left block. All Knicks let him ISO again, and Randle does a couple jab steps and jump stops strongly into the paint. Shot fakes and hits an and one. This is another good one. Burks gives it to Reddish coming off a double down screen for another potential Randle post. Randle starts low but fakes to get position and gets Kuminga just denying a little too much. Backdoor, another strong move for the bucket. This type of isolation offense maybe lasts one game or two, but we all know how the Knicks were exposed last year in the playoffs. The dagger was of course a Randle ISO from the left elbow, and again all Warriors were game planning to stick on shooters and let Randle get his. But here he gets Klay just off balance enough for the hook shot. Kuminga makes a rookie mistake rotating too late and gets the goaltend. Well, there you have it guys. After winning 9 in a row, the Warriors lost back-to-back games for the first time in a while. The Knicks seem to be hitting every shot and getting every shooter's role, and Fournier was hot against the Warriors like always. Julius Randle looked like last year's version as he dominated the Warriors on the glass and in the paint, even converting a significant amount of his isolation plays, which the Warriors were game planning on letting him have. Unfortunately, they could not stop him as the game went down to the wire and Klay was unable to hit a wide open two-pointer to tie the game. Next up is the Los Angeles Lakers on primetime Saturday, and I'm really excited for this one as the trade deadline finally passed and the rosters are set. Hope you guys like this quick breakdown of Julius Randle, and like and subscribe if you want to see more.